Yeah. What we doing? Daily conversation, homie, tap in. Like you already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting, laminating judges. Off the block, giving it back. Daily conversation.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. To all my overseas brothers and sisters and all my in-state melanated brothers and sisters, welcome to another episode of Bearded Conversation. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, first and foremost, big ups to all my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video. Secondly, man, big ups to the best moderators in the game, man. Y'all know who they is. Young boy Maya Bucks, Master Teacher Fox Dad, TLS, Preston McKenzie, aka P-Mac. We got Diablo, Big Frank, Jerry Bear, Club Can't Get In, Coach Ricky, Big Dave, and also, last but not least, my big bro, Professor Remo, bringing up the real for show. And we can't forget about them queens, man. We got the beautiful, beautiful First Lady, Miss GG Gaming Palace, man. We got Miss Star Wars Marcus LLC. We got the beautiful Miss Asha Brooks, and last but not least, we got Miss CC Craving Carefully, y'all. Hey, don't forget, man, to check out Lynn's Chicago Pizza, 501 East 61st Street, right here in Chicago, Illinois. Dan Soul Food and Bakery, 2523 West 79th Street. Urban Lux Cafe, 17553 South Kedzie. The Urban Lux Cafe, 2911 East 79th Street. And the House of Health and Wellness. I ain't got an update on the new location yet, but when I do, man, the doc still offering services, so you can still Google, get the number. She do the online joint, man. Hey, check it out. When y'all go, let them know. Bearded Conversations sent you, man. Hey, man, let's get to it. Hopefully, our guests come in the building, man, and we can have this conversation. But y'all know what I like to do until then, man. I like to let y'all hit a theme song over, man, and while I get my shit together. So hit it.
Yeah, we coming off the block with this one. Yes, sir. Yeah. What up, man? Yeah. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting, laughing, they love it, but don't judge us. Off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting, laughing, they love it, but don't judge us. Come on. Damn. Got it off the block, forming a dynasty from a rock. Laid back in the cut, press play, can't get enough. Yo, let's chop it up in every location. A bearded conversation, opportunity keep knocking like child support payments. Started from the bottom like basements, now we famous. Podcast official, the topic will probably hit you from a distance like a pistol. Subscribe so you can listen to survival of the fittest. We talking it how we living it. Rolling like a dealership, managing several businesses. T-shirts, podcast, no, you don't need a membership. Just follow us on YouTube, Knowledge Supreme Infinite. Chicago got a zipping exotic, let's talk about it. Going live, check your notifications so you can holler. Or leaving in the comments, debate it, just being honest. Chicago topics, worldwide views, we supersonic. Big gangers conquer, circle back round like every week. Tell a friend off the block, it's where we meet. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back to hood lovers. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back. Come on. The hood lovers, off the block, giving it back. The hood lovers, broadcasting live. Off the block, giving it back. Conversation off the block, giving it back. Conversation off the block, giving it back. Conversation off the block, giving it back.
Yo, what's going on, man? Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Bearded Conversation. I'm your host, Beard Genghis Khan, aka the Khan Man, BKA Mr. BGK. Appreciate everybody for joining the stream, man. Hit that like button, hit that like button. Please hit that like button, man. Hey, pull your phones out, man. Hey, share the stream with 3 more people. Tell them 3 more people to share with 3 more people, and tell them 3 more people to share with 3 more people. And let's get them in the building, man. Hey, like I say, man, big ups to everybody out there tonight, man. all my subscribers, man, all my people, man. Big ups to all my moderators. You know what I'm saying? Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Everybody out there in the chat, what's going on? Hey, first and foremost, man, y'all know how I like to start the show. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. One last time, let's keep everyone in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. People we come in contact with on a day-to-day basis, people we're cordial with, our families, our extended families, and more especially our Bearded Conversation, Bearded Studios, and Bearded After Dark family. And don't forget about those 5 key components of life: love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. Again, love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. One last time, that's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. That's what we live and go by and encourage here on this channel, man. I think those things are very important. Most definitely. I feel those things are very important. Diablo in the building. Yeah, what's going on, my boy? Yeah, you see him, Bobby Simmons in the background, man. Big ups to you, man. Big ups to Roscoe, man, for putting the bug in my ear, you know what I'm saying, about repping the, the ballers from our city, man, because we got a lot of great ballers. You know what I'm saying? Man, y'all, Bobby Simmons made it to the league. I had Omari Sawyer up there. You know what I'm saying? I had Rashad Griffin. You know what I'm saying? Man, I done had Benji Wilson. You know, you know. So man, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So man, big ups to the hometown Chicago, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, a lot of people be sleep, man. I don't know. Well, I don't think a lot of people sleep, but I don't know, man. I don't know if people be knowing, man. You know what I'm saying? We got some ballers up here, man. We most definitely got some ballers in the city. You feel me? We get out. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that hooping, man, hey, we do our thing with that hooping, man. We do our thing. He said I was boys with Bobby Sawyer and Amp. Leon and Mike Stewart like 2 months ago. Oh, you was with damn, you was with Bobby Simmons, Sawyer, Amp, Anthony Johnson, right? You talking about Anthony Johnson, right? What's going on, Miss CC? Diablo, when you say Amp, I know you talking about Anthony Johnson, right? I'm just making sure. Hey man, and what he looking like and what he doing nowadays, man? I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Damn, you was with them. Hey man, hey, Amari, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anthony he was decent, he was nice. Now Amari, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you ain't cold, but I bust your ass up there at the lake. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but his daddy was up there, man. His daddy was up there. I remember he was up there. How we started playing with him because I ain't gonna say. We left school. You know what I'm saying. And we came up to the lake. You know what I'm saying. How we always do. You know what I'm saying. We was up there hooping. Yeah, he was up there with Amari. And he was up there with his daddy and somebody else, and they was just up there drilling and working and working and working. And he was a man. And when I say short, this small. So at this time, they had him at the lake and what I'm saying, they was working on his legs or whatever, you know what I'm saying, he was dunking the ball, you know what I'm saying, like, man, bro, whoa, man, I'm talking about he was little dude when I say, man, you know what I'm saying, but when I had legs, I was all right. I'm talking about, anyway, busted his ass. I remember that. I'm talking about. But anyway, so personal trainer. Oh, you a what you say? Okay, so you was with her. What y'all personal trainer from? You old motherfuckers ain't hooping no more. And Diablo, I know you ain't hooping no more. He say Sawyer, Coach King. Oh, that's what's up, man. He the Coach King right now. I was just asking somebody, man. I got a young guy that go to King, that I used to coach football with. I believe he's on the football team. Man, and they was telling me that King and like they like I think they football team moved up, but they basketball team horrible now, man. Ain't nobody over there. So hopefully, man, they can come back to their grace and glory and get folks in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to it, man. I suppose I have a guest tonight, y'all. J0K Trey. I emailed him. Hopefully he comes in the building, or she comes in the building. I'm sorry. If she get the email or the notification. Hopefully she remember, you know what I'm saying, what we had going on. But just in case you don't, I'm gonna keep it going, man. So the thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. The thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. I don't mean to hurt, harm, or to offend. Let me say this again. I don't mean to hurt, harm, or to offend. Listen, y'all, when we come in and we having these discussions and these intellectual discourses, man, it's okay to agree to disagree. It's okay to get upset. It's okay to do all of that, right? It's okay to even, you know what I'm saying, scream, hoop, and holler a little bit, you know what I'm saying, if you're trying to get your point across. But, you know what I'm saying, the hate, the dislike, the bringing it back, you know what I'm saying, letting it resonate and take over you and fluctuate your energy to the point where, you know what I'm saying, you're reciprocating negative charges. We don't need that. We don't want that. And if I'm doing that as well, you know what I'm saying, as the host and the moderator of the show, I will check myself as well. Or, you know, my moderators, you know, my moderators in the chat, they'll let me know if I'm out of line. But again, yeah. So this video stream is for informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only. Again, this video stream is for informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only, with underline and undertone, and I'm stressing edutainment purposes only. Please do not take any advice given or anything shown on this video stream for face value without consulting the proper professional that suits your specific needs. Please do your due diligence. I can't scream this enough. Please do your due diligence. Please do your proper vet work. Please do your research. Please get that second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth opinion. We don't want you going out here robbing no banks, starting no revolts, telling your boss what he can take, how he can turn it sideways, and where to put it. Because you can't get no money out of me, man. And hey, and again, big ups to my co-hosts, L Boogie, big ups to Roscoe Peak, and big ups to my co-hosts with the mostest, my little one, AJ. You ain't getting none out of him because I take care of AJ. You feel me? But but just because a lot of times, we hear things and, we like to run with it. He say, Con, me have you meet at the, what he say, Con, don't make me have you meet me at the court. Hey, man, listen. You know what? I don't even hoop no more because my legs messed up, man. You know what I'm saying? My knee. You feel me? But if my knee wasn't messed up, man, you couldn't do nothing with me, man. You feel me? I mean, yeah. All right. Now you'll get me. But if my knee wasn't messed up, you can't do nothing with me, man. You can't do nothing with me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just being honest, bro. I mean, you can hoop though. You can hoop. I remember, I remember you can hoop, but nah, man. Now, yeah, you'll beat the hell out of me, bro. I ain't trying to do nothing like that, man. I hear you laughing and shit, man. You better, hey, man, you must think I can't. Hey, man. Hey, when I go to the gym sometime, Diablo, I be in there, man. Motherfucking the young boys, man, be like 17, like 24, shit like that, right? Come in, they old school. Now, mind you, I might can't, and I ain't finna, listen, I ain't finna over exaggerate, bro. At the one or two good moves, I ain't, that's it. Right now, we can't do. But the jump shot, oh man, that motherfucker like swag, boy. Hands down, man, you feel me? And I ain't no three, all that extra. No, give me 16, 17 feet. Open, hands down, man. Down. I'm driving, pulling up, stopping, popping butter. I'm telling you, think I'm all right, man. All right, man. And I'm playing against, man, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers bad. I'm like, man, and I ain't, bro, and I'm not running up and down the court with these young motherfuckers, but they be balling, bro. But they always with the old school. They always want to talk shit. And like, boy, man, I'm telling you, if these legs was how they supposed to be, bro, if these legs was how they supposed to be, man, shit, I was fucking been across myself out my own legs right now, boy. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. But nah, man. So right now, right now, yo, big ass, yeah. What you about 6'4"? Yeah, man. What you about good solid 260 now? You ain't doing nothing. Yeah, your strong ass have been in, yeah. Well, you ain't 260, but you about, you about be about 240, 260, 250. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you'll do me in right now. But you got to stick me too, though. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't playing that, I'll see 6'4", you see you 6'5". Yeah, nigga, you ain't no 245, bro. Come on, man. You about 250, 260, man. You ain't 245, Diablo. And I don't want to hear that shit about you just went to the doctor neither. Because I know Negroes do not go to the doctor, so I don't want to hear that shit. And Yeah, you're a big boy. See, yeah, you got me about 4 inches. Pause on that was horrible. Yeah, but you got, but you got me on the height. You know what I'm saying? You got me on the height. Now the weight, now I'm about, we about, because you can't weigh what I weigh, bro, because I about weigh that. So that's how I know you got to be at least 250, 260. 255, 260. Yeah. And I might not even be 245. I might be like 230 or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we can go out there, man. I have to show you something, man, and teach you a few lessons. You know what I'm saying? Hey. But yeah, man. But we supposed to have a guest in the building, man. J0K3. J0K3, man. If you out there in them airways, let's get
Like
to
the
it.
video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man.
Also, man, I want to give a big shout out to my residential Dominican, my residential Dominican from the Dominican Republic. My boy, your boy, Cito boy. Man, big ups to Cito boy out there working hard, man. Getting it in, man, taking care of them children. You know what I'm saying? His legits down there, man. Big ups to him, man. And big ups to everybody though. I want to say that too, man. Big ups to all the mothers and fathers out there that's being mothers and fathers. Big ups to all of the sons and the daughters that's being sons and daughters. We don't take the time out to address and give homage to the ones when they doing good. When they doing good, he said Atlanta just got put out the playoffs. Time for Golden State to go home. So Atlanta, they played Orlando, right? Didn't they play Orlando? If I'm not mistaken, Diablo, because it is the play in. It is the play. Well, no. Uh, I think they got a chance to actually. I think they got another game. Yeah, they played Orlando. I think they got another game. I think they, if I'm not mistaken, they got another game. Let's see. Let's see. I think they got another game because that's over there in the East because the Bulls got to play Miami too. You forgot, right? So the Bulls got to play. Oh, see, one of them teams got to play twice. So I don't know which one team got to play twice, and I believe it's the lower seed, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the lower seed game. So the Warriors, they down right now. First quarter just started. 11-8. Grizzlies up 11-8. Damn, the Magic beat the brakes off the Hawks 120-95. Woo. So the Bulls play the Heat tomorrow. Hey man, the Bulls. Hey, listen. Since they traded, and honestly, man, I'm not gonna even hold you, Diablo. When they traded Zach, and when they traded DeMar DeRozan, which was some bullshit, because then they both wind up going to Sacramento, right? That's some bullshit. But they also in the play-in, they got to play. They play the Mavericks tomorrow. I don't think it's allowed for me. I don't think it's too much firepower with without Kyrie Irving over there. I do know Anthony Johnson just came back from off injury. And he been doing this thing, and he was doing this thing actually a little bit before he got hurt. But now now since he came back off injury, man, he been trying to do his thing. But it's just too many injuries over there with Gafford, Lively, and all them other boys, and Irvin down. Um, have we ever seen Anthony carry a team? Yeah, in his rookie year when he first came to the Charlotte Hornets, when they was Charlotte Hornets before they became the Charlotte Bobcats. But then even then, that was even a different era. They didn't go anywhere. But now in today's times, you know what I'm saying? Can he lead a team to overcome adversity and push them and be that leadership in the locker room for one game? I'm not gonna say he can't for one game, but I don't think he gonna. I don't think he. I don't think he got it in him, man. Like if they do get past, if the Mavericks do get past the Kings, I don't think they going nowhere if they wind up at that 8th seed. If that 8th seed and they got to play Houston, or if they go to that 7th seed and they got to play the Rockets, it's just too much firepower over there for them. Now the Kings, I do believe the Kings can make a playoff push with Levine and DeRozan over there in the West. You know what I'm saying? With that mid-range game, with that slash into the hole, Could they both play a little Wes Levine defense, all right, but they both got a little deep. I think the Kings, if they get to that AC, I think they can win a few games. I think they can win a few games. Yeah, Bulls making the playoffs, so that's what I wanted to speak to, Diablo. After the Zach Levine and the DeMar DeRozan trade, which I thought was ass because they both went to Sacramento, y'all should have been able to will and deal and do a little bit something better than what the hell y'all did. But listen, um, with all that being said, they still, I think they was able to pull in at the 10th spot in order to get in the play-in, which is cool. Now, look, I'm finna be such a hypocrite because I don't like the play-in shit. I believe the first 8 should automatically go. But since my team was 10th, you know what I'm saying, it don't seem to, since my home team was 10th, it don't seem to know how to hoop and stay consistent. And again, the organization ain't really paying into it and putting back forth, money into it for it to be successful. And don't get me wrong, man. Big ups to that young boy Josh Giddey. Giddey been balling. Giddey been balling. Or White been over there balling. You know what I'm saying, man? The whole little starting five, man. The IO, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, they've been balling, man. Everybody been pulling their weight. You know what I'm saying? Everybody been doing their thing. So, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to the Bulls, man. But this play-in, they play tomorrow at 6:30. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully the Bulls man, can come back and bring a win in. You know what I'm saying? And bring a win home and get into the playoffs. So you say they making the playoffs. Let's hope so, Diablo. I hope so, man. I ain't gonna lie, I hope so, brother. I hope they make the playoffs. Hey man, we had a tragic incident around the neighborhood today, man. A young man got shot in his buttocks today around CVS High School here in the city of Chicago. It was on the news early. I didn't watch the news. I've been hearing about it because the only reason I heard about it is because we practice in Jesse Owens Park. For those that's in the city, we practice at Jesse Owens Park, which is on 87 and Jeffrey, which is across the street from CVS. Well, CBCA High School now, but we know it as CVS. And not only was the young man shot in the buttocks, it was apparent that it was other multiple shootings happening and going on. So we had council practice for today, and that's sad, man. That's sad. you know especially like with the program that we do, having to be outside because it's springtime, summertime, or whatever the case may be. And the activity that we provide for the kids, we outside, and it's ridiculous that we can't even provide a service for our youth. What I'm saying? That we trying to keep from doing this BS. And don't get me wrong, man. Again, this, I know it happens. I'm not saying that it like just a cycle. Well, it is a cycle, but the consistency of it isn't as people may think. But again, that don't even matter. Just the fact that it happens. You know what I'm saying? Especially in an area where it's a highly residential area. Because it's a high school right there, and then again, the park district is right there. People play ball right there. You know what I'm saying? People walk around that park, like just that area, period, is just a high volume area for residents and just people, period, just trafficking through there. So for this, to happen, man, it's just crazy, man. This is crazy. Diablo, you say, do you think it's safe for kids to go outside and play like we did back in the day growing up? Um, Honestly, um, I don't know how to feel about that, Diablo. But I will say no, it's not like how it was when we was out there doing our thing. Or when we went places, or when we went to other neighborhoods, or when we rode the bike, what I'm saying, or whatever the case we may did, or got on a bus and went to the show no, it ain't the same nowadays, man. You feel me? It's just, and what's crazy is it's not even about, well, you know what? It depends. I'm gonna say this. It depends on how social your child is and how worldly he or she is as an individual. For young ladies, I don't think it's that bad. But it has gotten worse. But for young men, good evening, Miss Kimber. But for young men, man, going out right now, man. And again, I'd be scared to let my son go places, man. And man, my 17-year-old man, well, he 18 now, man, gave well, one of them, because they twins, gave me the flux about being out. My oldest kind of gave me the flux about being out. I didn't like it because I know how people are, and then I know their generation, and then they tempers and they attitudes and how they get out. You feel me? And again, everybody ain't fighting out here. You know, You might can beat the brakes off three, four individuals, but you know what I'm saying, you got to think about it now. They pulling out guns. They not really, you know what I'm saying? This ain't the era of fighting, you know? This ain't the era of he really your homie, you know? That you know the toxicity of the shit, and I get you know people saying because I was on a panel the other day, man. Uh, what Joker, come on, but we ain't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying, Joker. If you, I hope the Joker come in, y'all. We supposed to, have, but let's get back to what we was saying. Uh, but yeah, man, I was just on a panel and it was like the culture. You know, do we have culture anymore? Is it anything that we do that's I don't want to say normalize that, but that's is it anything that we do that's good or for our people or that other people can take from us? You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, it is because everything that we do, everything that we have, you know, other cultures, other races, other ethnicities, they copy us, but it doesn't destroy them. You know what I'm saying? We let the things that we create or the vices that we give ourselves, and don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking you know, people who still think, you know what I'm saying, they under some form of oppression and don't have the resources and can't get this in. I ain't knocking those, but you know what I'm saying, for those individuals who still think like that, you know what I'm saying, that's fucked up. I mean, I'm sorry, that's messed up because and y'all gotta excuse me sometime, man. I'm trying to you know, do better with the language. But you know, it's messed up that people have that type of mind so that they think like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not mad at brothers and sisters for feeling like that. You know, I get on some of these panels, man, and they be like, "Oh man, it just ain't no hope," and this, that, and the third, and whoop, whoop, the damn. And then you know, and for me, it's like being an optimistic individual, and also playing devil advocate at the same time. It's like, well, damn, you know, if you thinking like that, you know, shit, ain't nothing gonna never happen. Ain't nothing gonna ever change. You know, you can't have that type of attitude or mentality, especially if you're trying to influence others to unite and come together for a fucking cause. You know, that's common for everybody. You know, if you in the background and you constantly doing that, I believe that there, and don't get me wrong, and I could be wrong, but I believe that there festers more that's more infectious than than me saying, "Come on, y'all, let's kumbaya." And I ain't saying we kumbaya because you know a lot of times out here with these movements, whether it's for civil rights, pro-black, conscious, whatever, you know, it's a lot of kumbaya. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't the time for no kumbaya. Again, y'all, excuse me if I happen to veer off with some obscure language. Please, I do apologize. But this ain't the time to be kumbaya. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we got to go out here and be violent and perpetuate the same tumultuous type of tactics and mentality and things of that nature that was done to us. We don't have to do those things back. But what I'm saying is, you got to be willing and ready to be able to assess a situation the proper way and to know what type of force or what type of strategy that we need to take or employ or employ or deploy when we engage in certain, you know what I'm saying, activities. You feel me? Now we can't be no damn fools neither, because again, we get up here and we talk about, you know, economic, political, social, and all that type of development and shit. I mean, we say that, but can we protect it? Can we keep it? You know, I don't want nobody in my army or behind me in my back saying, "Well, damn, you know they gonna come." And, okay, yeah, we know they coming, brother. That's why we preparing for it. Stop telling me you know they coming, because if that's the case, you can walk out there, and you don't want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily want to be like that, and I get it. You know, being abrasive and blunt and up for it to those type of individuals can run them off and have those people betray you, and I get it. And again, you know, of course, we're gonna have to deal with people, you know, that's inside the organization that really want to be part of the organization, but it's still just cancerous. You know what I'm saying? But we got to know how to deal with those type things. And I believe throughout time and history, you know, we see these things happen to a lot of I'm not going to call them well, we will say to a lot of founding organizations that were supposedly to help our movement and our cause get infiltrated and you know destroyed from the inside, you know, from somebody that looked like us. And that shit is crazy, bro, because it's like, you know, all throughout history, you see the paperwork. You see what these people say and do, you know, like you see what they want to happen. You see the things that they put in place to happen. And it's just like, man, y'all don't see this. Y'all can't wake up. Y'all can't open your eyes. You know what I'm saying? And again, you know, a lot of people say we sell our soul for money. Black folks be the quickest to get your ass about it up for some money. You know what I'm saying? Hey, give a word some cash and he yours for the rest of his, you know what I'm saying? But and it shouldn't be like that. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be like that. And it shouldn't be, you know, especially with the youth. I'm just speaking, you know, random thoughts. The disrespect just because I'm not selling drugs or because I ain't driving in the Benz or, you know what I'm saying, the rims and sounds in my car, bro. That ain't that, you know, and again, like, why don't you know that it's more to life than that? You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about all these solutions and the problems and the things that go on with our kids and the things that go on with our adults, but we don't, and this is why I don't get me wrong. I don't try to excuse the behavior. I don't take up for the behavior because a lot of times when I hit a lot of panels, I get, well, bro, you know what I'm saying? We can't make excuses and it sounds like you taking up for the, or making excuses for the, no, I'm not. Again, wrong is wrong, right is right. I believe at a certain age, regardless of what anybody say, man, you know what the hell you're doing and you shouldn't make those choices and decisions. That's why I felt the way I felt about the Carmelo Anthony stabbing. Or, you know, when I said what I said and spoke on how I spoke on it. And I stand on it. Now, again, whether I ruffled some feathers, which I probably did because I didn't seem to get too much of a pushback in the chat or had no DMs. But again, man, you know, you should hear some of the shit that how people think and what they say. But again, you know, with the kids, man, you know, it's and adults, it's more of a deeply rooted psychological problem. It's an issue there, you know. And when I talk to, you know, the men about going to counseling, the young men, young women about going to counseling, it's more than just going to counseling to figure out what's going on within you, you know. How are you not making society, or how are you not changing the outcome so that everybody wins? I believe, and I was just taught this last night. You know, big ups to a friend of mine that I was talking to. You know, when the outcome is upsetting to the other individual, that means you did something wrong. If you can't control the situation so that everybody wins in the outcome, and I'm not saying that it's always going to be that way, but if you train yourself to do these things, you know, a lot of times, man, uh, should have come back good your way, you know. But it's all right. He said, "Con, he got today on a yeah 250K bond." So yeah, so yeah, today I seen that he was released today. And what's crazy is one of the judges wanted to lower it down to a 150,000. And look, they raised about 300, 400,000. You know, man, you know they had to take that, man. That's crazy, man. But yeah, so he got out today on a $250,000 bond after being in the jail for about a week and a couple of days. Um, that's good, man. You know, and again, man, listen. So, and you never said nothing about that kind. I mean, Diablo. Do you think he should do? Do you think he should suffer any type of consequences? Realistically, I- just as a man, that would that has a son, and we know how shit can go wrong and how things happen in the street. Or even if you're just not even in the street, do you think that this young man should suffer any type of penalty for his actions? Or do you think the self defense claim should just get him clean off? Um, you know, I know that was a story we did a couple of days ago, but I'm I still want to know for anybody in the chat who didn't answer that or what that one on the stream. What do y'all think about Carmelo Anthony? Do you guys think that he should suffer some type of consequence or be letting go? Just he said everything work out in our favor. And that's an indirect answer, but I'm assuming you want him to get off. You say just probation. I said some probation and some anger management classes, and some community service. You know, I don't think he should do no jail time, no major jail time. Most definitely not. First offense, college bound athlete. You know, and again, you know, as I spoke, you know, we don't want to ruin two lives. But now, but what's crazy is if do you so And again, do you think he should get some time? Just hit me out, y'all. Do y'all think he should get some time um, to offset if he doesn't get time? Because if he doesn't get time, all the death threats, or if he doesn't get time, the next time he do anything or something is called, and he be looked at suspiciously or whatever the case may be, and then they slam on the next time. You know what I'm saying? So is it really like safe for him not to get no? And if he do, he better move the hell up out of wherever he at in Texas. You know what I'm saying? And that's for real. Like if he get off and he beat this cat, well, shit, he still got to do his probation. But until whatever, and or see if he can get it removed, man. Send him down somewhere else, to another part of town maybe, or to another state, with a different environment, different change of scenery, to help him out. Yeah, I think that about the devil. She said, just let him go and make him a millionaire. Wow. I'm not going to agree with that, Miss Kevin. Now, let him go. All right. The judge getting death threats. See, I didn't know nothing about the judge was getting death threats. But yeah, man, it seemed to be like a real serious, high profile case. So, and again, that's why that's why I'm assuming, man, that he might get some type of, and I'm hoping not. Um, and I don't even want to say it because I don't even want to put that energy out there. But again, man, with this system that we got, so I gotta say it, with the system of this judicial system that we got, man, they probably gonna give him some time. Again, he ain't gonna get the death penalty, he ain't gonna get life in jail, but I believe he probably gonna get some time. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Yeah, the judge that so the judge, so the first judge said that she wanted the $150,000 bond. So you saying that judge is getting death threats? That's the one that's getting death threats. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then they hiked it back up to 250. I don't understand. And a lot of people have been saying that he need to try to get the case removed from the county that is in, because if we can get it removed out of the county that he in, he could potentially have a better chance at pleading this case, or you know what I'm saying, maybe really pushing that self-defense thing. I don't know. But again, the laws down there, anywhere, laws are strict, man. Y'all, people say those southern states, and don't get me wrong, I ain't knocking them southern laws, because those southern laws are strict, and yes they are. I do 100% agree. But man, laws are strict everywhere, man. They got a lot of loopholes, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, ways to get us, man. That's why we gotta wake up, young men, young women, old men, old women, you know what I'm saying, middle-aged men, middle-aged women. You gotta wake up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just too much. It's just too much going on out here. Hey man, we were supposed to have a special guest, Joker, man. If she don't come in tonight, hopefully I'll get an email to reach out to her tomorrow, man, and see if I get in the building, man. We supposed to have a good conversation. But hey, I'm still enjoying my beautiful people, man. Hey, do me a favor, hit that like button, man. Also, man, support your boy, man. Let me see that. Let me see that, man. We got a link pinned at the top of the chat, man, so you can buy your boy coffee and a breakfast bagel, man. You know what I'm saying? I got me an interview tomorrow. Also, we got that Cash App strolling, and we got that super chat too, man. We got a super chat. We got a super chat. Make sure y'all hit that super chat, man. Support your boy, man. Hey, man, super chat $5 or more, $4.99 or more. Hit that super chat. Hey, Miss CC. Hey, y'all. Last Friday, man, I streamed for like I want to say almost 15 hours, man. Guess who blessed me with their presence, y'all? Miss Cece finally popped up and blessed me with her presence. I was like, whoa, Miss Cece. I mean, I'm talking about came up on the screen and everything, y'all, and was vibrant in the conversation. I'm like, okay, okay. Okay. Hey man, Trump might be doing something good out there for us, man. He just signed an executive order to lower drug prices. Not those type of drugs. Hey, but speaking of drugs, man, hey, shout out to your local weed man. Hey, everybody support your local weed man and your real local weed man, especially if you got them good Scooby snacks. For my people out here in Chicago, man, the local weed man, it's a cafe down there on 21st Estate, man. They got good drinks, good little treats and stuff like that, man. And little sitting area. Man, go down there, check them out, man. 21st Estate, support your local weed, man. That's the name of the establishment. Big ups to Demond Duchan. He put us on it, man. It's his homeboy's establishment. I also had a friend of mine that went down there. She said it was a nice spot. She said when she went, it wasn't too crowded, but she said everything was great that she had there. And she was shocked that a lot more people didn't know about it and wasn't on it. So, yeah, support your local weed, man. I had to start shouting him out in the beginning. Support your local weed, man. 21st Estate. I don't know the exact address, but you can't miss it, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't miss it. Can't miss it. Brother DC, what's going on, man? But yeah, Trump trying to lower drug prices. Listen, so he didn't hiked up them tariffs, right? So are the drugs made here? Do anybody know if our pharmaceutical companies are here or are they outsourced? But anyway, President Trump signed an executive order action Tuesday intended to lower prescription drug prices for Americans. I wonder how that worked when you ain't even set up a good medical plan and you trying to do away with Obamacare and you doing all this craziness. Like how that work? How that work? Well, I guess we'll see. So a White House official speaking on the condition of anonymity told reporters ahead of the signing that the move would include delivering lower prices to seniors and improve the Medicare drug price negotiation program, which was created by the Inflation Reduction Act that passed in 2022. We are confident we will eclipse the saving the Biden administration achieved in the first year, the official said. Because the number of drugs subject to negotiation increases each year, greater savings over time, we're baked into the law. Medicare negotiated the prices of 10 drugs in 2024, and it will negotiate 15 more this year, including Ozempic, oh my goodness, the blockbuster diabetes medicine, with the list price around $1,000 a month. It says, but consumers will have to wait to see the results. The lower Medicare prices negotiated in the Biden administration won't take effect until 2026. And the prices from the new round of negotiation by Trump administration won't be available until 2027. I knew it was something. So the thing that Biden got in place, which I guess he ain't knocking out yet, they're gonna give you a year of what Biden had going on. And now they're gonna give you a year what after that, they're gonna give you a year with Trump. And then I think Trump might have one more year before he get up out of there. So let's see what Trump do. She said I will come up tonight, but I'm in the bed just listening before I fall asleep. I hope the Joker makes it tonight. I was looking forward to it. I was too. Yeah, you was there when he said he was gonna pop on, man. Hey, big ups to Narrative Dialogues. Big up, brother. Big up, salute to you, man, for hitting the stream, my boy. Big ups to you for hitting the stream. Yeah, I was really waiting on a man to come on. Hopefully he might pop up. He might be busy. But in the administration applies, see, here we go. And if the administration applies tariffs to imported pharmaceuticals and ingredients used to make the medicines domestically, that's why I asked. I knew it was something. I knew it was something. Here we go. Used to make the medicines domestically. Consumers could pay more for any medications. See, and I knew it. I knew something wasn't right, man. I knew something wasn't right. A federal notice filed Monday said that the Secretary of Commerce is investigating the national security effects of the oh my goodness, importation of drugs and drug ingredients. The findings could be a precursor to tariffs. The official said that the administration will resurrect a program for Trump's first term to give insulin to low-income individuals, including those without insurance. I guess that's a good thing. In some cases, the official says patients would pay 3 cents a vial plus a small administrative fee for insulin, injectable epinephrine would cost $15 for auto injectors under the program, the official said. The president is leveraging current programs to deliver meaningful cost savings. Here, the official said. The actions directs the Food and Drug Administration to facilitate approval of state importations programs and to streamline the approval for lower cost generics and biosimilars. That's the knockoffs, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it says so far, one state, Florida, received FDA approval to import lower cost drugs from another country like Canada, according to a news report from November, if it had not yet begun to do so. And I think that's gonna be hard because in Canada, then Trump put I think he kept those tariffs to 25% on Canada and Mexico because I haven't heard anything about them coming back and negotiating a deal with Trump. You know, he had lured all the tariffs back down. And he said if Canada and Mexico didn't come talk to him, he wasn't going to lower them down to 10%. He was going to keep them at 25. And then China went from 104 to 125. So, and again, these are bullying tactics, man. I think that was just the bullying tactics. You know, again, like I read an article, he put it on pause for 90 days. So, you know, he want people to come in. Come on, man, let's sit down, let's talk. Let's see what we can do. Let's figure some things out. You know, and hopefully they come to some type of resolution that doesn't have to seem to involve taxing the American people, raising the prices of things. I mean, gas, eggs, everything else. You know, the price of living already went the fuck up, man. If we trying to make America great again, let's make it good for the people that's in the society that's out here below the poverty line. And I'm not saying, you know, and that's yes, I am saying, give us what the fuck, give us something, you know, give us something. Why not? I mean, you got all the vices in play in our environments anyway to keep us down. Why not give us something? Shit. They said, shit, if you give us anything, man, y'all might make something out of nothing, and we can't afford that. I hear that, man. I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. So let me finish this article, man. So the official added that the actions would seek to address Medicare drug price negotiation program as it applies to a small molecule drug. It said which comprise of prescription pills like statins and blood pressure treatments versus more complex biologic drugs like blockbusters, rheumatoid arthritis, and psoriasis drug Humira. Hmm. Under current law, small molecule drugs are eligible for Medicare negotiation 7 years after FDA approval. For biologics negotiation, they aren't until 11 years after approval. So after you know what I'm saying, the FDA approved these drugs, and this is something that I didn't know. So after the FDA approved these drugs, you know what I'm saying, um, you know, they have a certain amount of years to negotiate the price of these drugs. I'll read that again. So under the current law, small molecule drugs are eligible. So let me read what some of the small molecule drugs are again. Um, so um, small molecule drugs which comprise of most prescription pills, like statins and blood pressure treatments, versus more complex, which are biologic drugs, like blockbusters, rheumatoid arthritis, and psoriasis drug Humira. Under the current law, small molecule drugs, which is up at the prescriptions, are eligible for Medicare negotiation after 7 years. I'm sorry, negotiation 7 years after FDA approval. Biologics negotiations aren't allowed until 11 years after the approval. So this creates an imbalance that pushes companies to invest in the biologic drugs, usually given by injection over pills. Um, Trump action instructs the Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to work with Congress to address this imbalance in a way that does not increase overall Medicare spending. In addition, the executive action would take steps to align the price of Medicare pays with the cost for hospitals to acquire drugs and begin the process to align payments across care centers. The same official said on background. Now, I wonder if this is. Now, I wonder if this would lower the cost of drugs. That you know how we get hurt and we go into the hospital, y'all, and they give us the aspirins or whatever for pain and shit like that. I wonder if this would lower. Listen, check it out. I I took a pill in the hospital, y'all, like the two aspirins. And when I listen, I think those two pills was like $750. And this was a while ago, so I can only imagine how much they cost now. But I wonder if this has any implications on, um, hospital when they give you medication. So are they gonna still charge you what the hell they charging you if they going down or if they can negotiate a better price? So hopefully, this negotiation, well, and I probably not because if they charging you $750 for two pills, this was back. You know what I'm saying? I can, like I say, I can only imagine what they charging you. Oh, well, I don't know because the influx, it might be, you know what I'm saying, that price might be, a set price for a certain amount of years. So who knows? Hmm. Hmm. So, but again, I do think that's a good idea. I think that's a great idea, man. Lowering the cost of Medicare prescription drugs. Seniors, because they only get that one check, and then again, hell, Elon then came in and knocked some shit about the war. I'm sorry, shook up some things, and so we don't know how the Social Security Administration is going to be handling that, or with the funds and with all the budget cuts that and with the executive orders that Trump's putting out, and what Doge then did. So it's probably already hard for seniors to get and pay for medications. I already know it is anyway, especially if they're not in a facility. And then you got to think about it, even if they are in a facility, they got to pay their facility rent. You know what I'm saying? And then if they got a caregiver coming in, Medicare or Medicaid might take care of that. But then there's some drugs that they don't take care of. Mr. Nobody, what's going on, my brother? How you feel, man? Love you, man. Love you, love you, love you, love you. What's going on, my boy? So again, it's medicine that that Medicare maybe don't cover. You know what I'm saying? Or when you certain age, if you ain't did whatever you had to do or whatever the case may be, maybe you can't get A and B. So if this executive order by Trump is really lowering these prices, and it's going to help, but again, like the article said, with this tariffs that he putting on, who's to say if it's really going to lower the prices or if the prices are going to hike up because he got so much. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I say, it's some bully tactics. I think there's some bully tactics, and I think people seeing that Trump wasn't bluffing. So when he imposed his tariff tax, they imposed their tariff tax. He raised his tariff tax, and I think other countries probably broke down before we did because I don't think Trump was going to bend to give. And I'm not sure. Trump could have probably just broke down. But I don't know. But I believe maybe they came to him and then, okay, we can put these on pause for 90 days. What y'all got to say? Come talk to me type. You know what I'm saying? And if that's the case, I hope that works. So we can go back to, what I'm saying, bartering and trading with other countries, and what I'm saying, keeping our system and our infrastructure flowing and running, as it should. As it should, because at the rate Trump was going, man, we was gonna lose our lives. Shit, and he about to have us go to war, man. Like what? I don't want to say it like that, but this man, these judges steady trying to get Trump to bring this man back over here, man. And the El Salvadorian president, man, was just over there, man, talking about some. No, I can't. Listen, we not releasing nothing. Y'all not getting nothing. He a terrorist, And then and I don't know if it's because what I'm saying, Trump, or we didn't put the MS-13 on this man, or if this man really part of this organization. I don't know. I don't know if he was over there, if he was already on their radar and he been over here for so long, and then Trump just used that to get him over there. And then when he got over there, they like, oh, we've been looking for you type shit. I don't know the severity of that, but I do know a judge was saying that they had it to April the 7th to bring him back over here at midnight, but then that got paused because some more judges said that she didn't have the right to tell them that, but now, see, and it's a pushback. It's pushback. But why are we getting so much pushback? And this is why are we getting so much pushback on a deported individual that's over here on a visa or some type of work, whatever, versus more pushback on a lot of these executive orders that he signed. You know what I'm saying? Where's the veto process in that? I don't see too much veto process in that. They just seem to be letting him slide up under the radar with this shit. But y'all want to tell him to bring somebody back over here. I'm not listen. Yes, I am saying this. Certain situations is more important than others. And right now, I know this is a person's life. I don't want to be seen inhumane or like I don't have no moral or no more lack of morality. But if we got if we got to sacrifice one for the face of many, I'd rather sacrifice that one. You know what I'm saying? If it's done in a decent way, But again, if they can get the man back over here, you know what I'm saying? Listen, get him back. But again, I don't think they already told you they wasn't in. But so I think if we're going to get him back, we're going to have to go over there with armed soldiers. And if we're going over there with armed soldiers, it's going to be some type of violence that's going to ensue. And I really believe this. So judge launches inquiry into Trump's administration refusal to seek the return of a wrongly deported man. Now, and don't get me wrong, if he was wrongly deported, I do understand. But listen, like y'all don't think these executive orders that he signed in the past is wrong? And don't get me wrong, I understand he put a few of y'all in that office, but what about well, I can't even because matter of fact, I'm gonna find out who all the justices are. And we gonna dive into them one day. Yeah, that's my homework assignment. I'm gonna look up all the Supreme Court justices, and then we gonna dive into it. And then we gonna dive into them in just a little bit, and then we can see why, see, and that's another thing. That's probably why, and we don't understand why a lot of these things ain't being stopped, and they let him do what the hell he want to do. You know what I'm saying? We like when we speak about our local government, knowing who your alderman is, knowing who the local council seats are, and things of that nature. Or when we do go out here and vote for a president, and it's like, okay, well, we listen to him talk, or we listen to her talk. All right, and we're gonna go off of that, or well, I'm Democrat or Republican. No, we need to find out who's supporting these people, who invested money in these people, and then what are their needs and wants, you know what I'm saying, and who's backing them and the things that they into, what type of companies they run, investment holdings they part of, because we need to figure out who they align with. So once we know who they align with and we see who they support, we'll be like, okay, we can have a better understanding and grasp why they supporting this individual. And then when we go to make our choices and decisions, we can be like, well, listen, this, and again, don't none of this shit really match up to, if you ain't making, you know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking to us that's watching. Don't none of this shit really involve us or match up to us. And I'm not gonna say us because some folks in here might make good money. You feel me? But y'all just might be, regular down to earth people. Everybody that make good money, you know what I'm saying, they regular, yeah, y'all know what it is. So man, like, this shit affects, and it affects us. It affects us. Like, so man, judges. And that's why I say, man, learn who these judges are. We have to figure out why they ain't stopping a lot of this shit. For real. So, Greenbelt, Maryland, a federal judge ordered an intense 2-week inquiry into Trump's administration refusal to seek the return of a man who was wrongly deported from Maryland to a notorious prison in El Salvador. To date, what the record shows is that nothing has been done. Nothing. The U.S. District Judge Paul Zenas said at a court hearing Tuesday. Zenas orders a setup, a high-stakes sprint that may force senior Trump administration officials to testify under oath about their response to a court order requiring them to facilitate the return of Kilmar Abrigo Garcia to the United States. Each day that passes, the judge noted, is another day Abrigo Garcia spends improperly detained in a maximum security mega prison. That's even if he's still alive. Well, Trump did say when he spoke to the El Salvadorian president, he did state that the man was still alive. So we're going to move. There will be no tolerance for gamesmanship or grandstanding. The judge said there is no business hours. What? Yeah, there are no business hours while we do this. Cancel vacations, cancel other appointments. I'm usually pretty good about things like that in my court, but not this time. So I expect all hands on deck. Zena's inquiry is the latest chapter in the escalating clash between the executive judicial branches over Abrego Garcia illegals deportation last month. Zena's previously ordered the administration to facilitate the release from the custody of El Salvador, and the Supreme Court upheld that directive last week. Now, again, even with all these damn directives that they upheld it, like, we don't have no jurisdiction over there in El Salvador. You know what I'm saying? So we just can't go over there. That's why I said it's gonna have to be like some Mission Impossible, you know what I'm saying, prisoner of war, break in, get them out type shit, sneak in at night, you know what I'm saying? Bang, bang, boom, a few motherfuckers and get on about it. I mean, I'm just saying, because again, like they already told him he ain't giving them back. So immigration and homeland security officials have acknowledged that they sent Abrigo Garcia to El Salvador wrongly, in violation of 2019 court order that barred the government from deporting him there because of the risk that he could be targeted by a local gang. So again, why is it that he will be targeted by a local gang? So they didn't send him back because he was going to get targeted by a local gang. So is he really part of a MS-13 like they stated? And then and if he is, that classifies him as being part of a terrorist organization, and that null and voids that that 2019 order that they had to not deport them and to keep them here. See, and they play and do these type of games, and if they already knew he was MS-13 and they had him over here, they had him over here for a certain particular reason. I don't know. I'm just speculating. You know what I'm saying? I'm just guessing, trying to figure it out. We'll never know unless they really come out and tell us the truth, and we know they ain't gonna do that. So we got to read it between the lines in these damn stories. But the administration has apparently taken no concrete steps to bring him back. Instead, the Trump administration officials have claimed they have no power to do so, that he is under the jurisdiction of El Salvador. So that's what the brother came over there and told him the other day when they had that sit down. Zenas called the refusal stunning, even as she agreed there is no legitimate legal debate about her own power to order U.S. officials to make a direct request to their Salvadorian counterparts. So you already know as a judge that we really can't do anything. So you know what I'm saying? And I think they knew that when they did this and made that decision. You know what I'm saying? To try to show like, man, look, see, we make moves, you can't do nothing. Like who you think you are. You know what I'm saying? I'm better than you type. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's just my opinion, So in a written order granting expedited discovery, Yenis said 4 senior officials from the Department of Homeland Security and the Department of State will have to sit for depositions by April the 23rd, essentially out of court interviews, which the officials will have to question would have to answer questions under the oath from Abrego Garcia's lawyers. Those officials include Joseph Mazzara, the acting general counsel at the Immigration of Customs Enforcement, and Michael Kozak, the senior official in the State Department, the Bureau of Western Hemisphere Affairs. Zena's discovery order also allows Abrego Garcia lawyers to pursue additional fact-finding steps, including asking the government for relevant documents about the case. Justice Department Attorney Drew Ensign argued that a joint appearance in the Oval Office Monday by President Donald Trump and President Nayib Bukele of El Salvador demonstrated that the issue had been raised with the highest authority in that country, and there was no hope of getting Abrego Garcia back. So what they saying basically is they trying to fight back with that. Like, man, we met with the president. Like, what more do you want? If the president's saying that he can't give him back, what more do you want? Why are you bringing us up in court? Why is it even allowed for his lawyers to even question or ask us anything when you wanted us to try to do something to get him back? And we made an attempt because the president actually sat down with the president of El Salvador and he stated that he wasn't going to give him back. You know what I'm saying? Now, you want to set up a meeting with this? See, within the judge ain't gonna want to sit in that meeting. She told y'all to bring his ass back. Period. So but if you can get the judge to send it to that meeting with the president and maybe get him back, and she can hear out her own mouth from the highs of the land from over there that they're not trying to give him back. Maybe she'll back off. I don't know how that's gonna work out. And I wonder if she's gonna prosecute Trump or give Trump some type of you know what I'm saying, punishment for this or pushback on this. So that'll be something to see, but Yenis noted that Bukele's comment came in response to a question from a journalist, not the U.S. official. See, I knew it was something. So it's basically, and that's why I said, get her in the room so you can hear them talking. And maybe now, so I guess she said, and I was going to say this, because, once they got in that room, Trump didn't have to ask for him back or Trump didn't have to say anything. So if he didn't say nothing or ask for him back, then he just had a meeting. They could have been meeting about anything. So I get what the judge said. So that's why the judge said, well, she heard a journalist ask the question and he told the journalist that, but she didn't hear him. She didn't hear him tell Trump that. So she wanted to hear him tell Trump that, listen, it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? So she said in response to a question from a journalist, not the U.S. official. She also scoped at Bukele dismissive comment that he could not smuggle Abrego back into the U.S. The judge called Bukele answer non-responsive as a legal matter. And the only reason she found offense to that because he said smuggle. So basically, smuggle him back as if they smuggled him here the first time. Which is what that statement would imply. They smuggled him over there, and now y'all done put him back over here, and now we got to smuggle him back. Like, what type of game is this? What is y'all playing? Maybe he wasn't privy to some earlier information. So when he got to the White House, maybe he wasn't prepped good enough or briefed good enough. You know what I'm saying? And he said what he said, or he just maybe was tired, or maybe he didn't know. Who knows? So, but you see how the Trump, you know what I'm saying, made a segue to, acknowledge that comment and to speak, but she didn't speak a lot on it. But she said something towards it, what I'm saying, like, oh man, that's yeah. But I get it. As she should though. The Trump administration decision to lean on that exchange, she said, underscored that need for her to press for sworn testimony and more facts. The Justice Department appears likely to throw up a series of legal obstacles to the deposition, including claims of confidentiality for executive branch decision. For executive branch discussion and legal advice. So basically, man, we can't be in here telling you nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's this what's that, like, client attorney client privilege or doctor privilege, you know what I'm saying, that they take this oath and they can't do all that. So they trying to stop the judge for, okay, they battling. So Ensign objected to any fact finding by the court, and he asked Zenas to give the administration time to appeal to her interpretations of the scope of the U.S. government obligation. Um, so there's probably gonna be some real written BS that they finna bring. But hey, who knows? Who knows? However, Yenis said the Supreme Court had made it very clear that the U.S. government was obliged to work to release Rego Garcia for custody in El Salvador. So if they can bring him back, man, I ain't gonna finish that off, man. That's enough about that. But if they can bring him back, man, listen, if y'all can bring him back, bring him back. I guess if that's what the judge want. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. And again, I don't wish that on nobody, man. I feel for that brother if he was protected under something right. But again, man, and listen, I don't want to get fooled by the article as well, or by the games that they played with the politics, but again, we got to listen to some of these things that we have to take into hindsight. So when the president said, when the El Salvadorian, I'm sorry, president said, well, we ain't finna smuggle him back in. Like, what do you mean smuggle him back? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, did y'all smuggle him in the first time? Did y'all have a deal? Like, what was set up? What did y'all have in play? Type, you know what I'm saying? Those type of things. And then, like I say, with the slickness, with Donald Trump, ain't necessarily asked this man, you know what I'm saying, to send him back over here. Like she said, she heard a journalist say it. So it's a back and forth tit for tat with this Judge Zenas and the Trump administration about this deportation illegally on his brother, who's supposed to be part of the MS-13 gang. And then again, why don't y'all want him over there? So I just don't. That's why I say, like, it's something. Like, y'all got him out of the country, and then y'all got him back in the country, and now y'all worried about this. Like, come on, are y'all worried that he's gonna be the leader of this gang, or are y'all really worried that this gang is gonna, you know what I'm saying, do something to him? But if they doing something to him, why are they doing something to him? What did he tell you? What type of information did he give? You know what I'm saying? What type of things did he let out or allow y'all into? You know what I'm saying? It just ain't. We just sent his ass back over there for nothing, or he wasn't here originally for nothing, and then he was protected from being deported and going back over there. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I say it's a game. I'm saying it's all a trick, And again, we don't know what's going on, man. We ain't privy to none of that information. All we know is what we hear on the news, what they tell us, what we see, the articles that I may read, and the speculation that we come across from the things that we read in these articles. We don't know. We definitely don't know. We definitely don't know. But again, it's the country right now. It's the country right now. Um, you know, and again, I know my political views or my opinions, it might not align um with other people, but again, like I tell y'all, this is an open platform, open forum. If anybody want to come in and add to the discussion, um, or change the topic of discussion, or you got something that you want to talk about that you think that's not being highlighted, or put out in the community, you're more than welcome to join the stream. You're more than welcome to come onto the panel and give your opinion. And if you want to stay in the chat, please feel please feel free to do that as well. So let's get back to your boy. Almost 20,000 IRS employees taking second Trump buyout offer. I didn't know it was the first one. I thought he just fired all these people. But I did hear say a lot of these government entities, they were still getting paid. So a lot of these cuts that were supposedly made, they weren't being made because they were still paying these people. Even though they wasn't allowed to go to the actual federal uh, building itself, but they were still paying these people salary and wages. Some people that I know they got severance packages. They were low severance packages, but they were severance packages nonetheless. And I think that's what this is talking about here. And I was always taught and thought the IRS was a private entity. Brother DC, is the IRS a government entity or are they a private entity? Are they private or government? Mm. Mm. Just like the post office, y'all hold the post office. The post office is private. It just works under our government, but it's private, I believe. So nearly 20,000 Internal Revenue Service employees are taking the Trump administration's second deferred buyout offer. Bloomberg reported, according to a source familiar with the number of buyouts, the total amount 1/5 of the agency. Oh, I'm sorry. No, this is. Hold on. Wait a minute. I might be reading something else. Buyout. I might be off a little bit here. Bloomberg reported about 4,700 people took the first deferred resignation. Okay, well maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so took the first deferred resignation offer earlier this year, and an additional 7,000 probationary employees were put on administrative leave. And I think I read an article about those people having to get put back to work. Those probationary employees, but 7,000 probationary employees were put on administrative leave. That's why I said they was getting paid. So, so I guess they was getting paid until they can get a little severance package together to pay them to get them up out of there. So the IRS already began its reduction in force plan earlier this month, as directed by the administration and Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Bloomberg reports comes the same day as IRS taxpayer deadline. What's today? Is the deadline today? Yeah, April 15th. So employees at the IRS were previously told that if they were involved in a 2025 tax season, they wouldn't be able to accept the buyout President Trump's offered federal employees. That's crazy. They instead will have to wait until the filing deadline passed. Federal employees who accept the deal will stop working, but will continue to receive a paycheck and benefits through the end of September. It's part of a DOGE long-term plan to scale back federal spending. The agency said it would relocate workers from other areas to assist during tax filing season because of the buyout. Under the Biden era Inflation Reduction Act, the IRS received $80 million to boost staffing and efficiency. The number of departures would effectively undo the staffing increase, Bloomberg reported. And see though, man, I see you up there. Come back. My bad, brother. I don't know if I think you might have jumped off yourself, but I was reading this article, brother. You can come back up on the panel whenever you're ready, my boy. So several of the IRS top officials have already taken the buyout offer. Acting IRS Commissioner Melanie Krause, is set to resign, and her resignation follows her successor, Acting Commissioner Douglas O'Donnell. Before O'Donnell resigned, Danny Werfel, a Biden nominee, left on Trump's inauguration day. You say when Trump got in, he left. So, as we can see, the heads of the IRS are resigning. They're stepping down. They're stepping back. They're getting up out of there. I don't know. Hey, Cito, see if you can find the Joker for me, man. See if you can get in contact with the Joker, Cito. Let me see, man. Let me see. Cito jumped on the panel, man. He jumped off. I guess he thought I ain't see him. At first, I ain't see him in the background. But yeah, let me see. But yeah, man, so the IRS, man, they cutting folks. They cutting folks. Hold on, let me text it. See if he can reach Joker for me, man. But yeah, man, well, I guess that's one department that's well, I ain't gonna say folded, but lack of. Oh, that's a little better. I don't want to be out here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody thinking I'm put that bad boy straight. I don't want to get in no trouble out here in these YouTube streets. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man. Hey man, hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button.
Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man.
I don't know. Cito might be mad at me, man. Cito, you mad at me, my resident Dominican? You mad at me, brother? You mad at me, brother? Mm, mm, mm. But if you out there, man, and and you still listening, Cito, I sent you when you popped on, man. See if you can reach out to your boy, man. I mean your girl, man, and see if we can get her back up on here for the night. If not, it's always tomorrow, man. We were supposed to have a conversation, y'all. It's in a powerful conversation with the Joker. Saying she wanted to come on and speak her piece and tell her truths. And you know what I'm saying? I wanted to see if we could come to an understanding. Me personally, and for the audience, and let her express her feelings and have a conversation. About life and just about I'm saying the things she go through. Period. Um, being the person that she is. So I don't want to give too much to it because I really want to have that conversation with the Joker Trey. When she's in the building, because I think that would have been I think today would have been a real powerful discussion. I mean, even though the show is still great, I really think that would have been a powerful discussion if she was in the building. I think it would have been a informative discussion. I think it would have. I think it could have expanded. Some people's thought about certain things, or it could have closed some people's minds to certain things. But in any way, you know what I'm saying? All conversation is good conversation, man, especially if it's done intelligently and if it's done respectfully, because it's all about growing and helping. Excuse me, it's all about growing and helping, It's all these conversations are, any podcast, man, I see it. Listen, I watch a lot of them myself, man, and I'm privy to certain people that I like when they go on. A lot of these motherfuckers though, man, I'm trying to stop cussing. A lot of them though, man. It don't be it don't be them per se they self. It don't be the people with the channel. It just be a lot of people that come up on the panels. Mm. Not even that. Just the people in the chat. Like y'all, I don't know how far, how deep you guys go into watching other people sometimes, but man, sometimes, man, it just be wild, man, how people think, the things that they say, you know what I'm saying, the things that they respond to. And then especially like how I say, it's an open platform before now. Now when like if I was to catch an attitude of y'all think I was getting a little myth, you know what I'm saying? That's all for this. You feel me? Because it's like, how can I get mad and upset? Well, it depends on what the discussion is about. But how can I get mad and upset about how you feel, how you think, your experiences, what you see, what you know, you know? And we as a people don't know how to do that. That's another reason why so much divisiveness. I mean, the division amongst us, with the different ethnic groups and whatnot. We don't know how to let that shit go. We'll figure it out. We ain't got no choice but to figure it out. Shit. I'm saying until we get up out of here. You know, I just hope honestly, that we can get past these 4 years, which I know we can, and which I know we are. And I don't want to make it sound like that, but because a lot of people just harping off this Trump thing, man. Um, Question: is would it really be a bad thing to bring manufacturing and things like that over here in America? Excuse me. Would it be such a bad thing for us to be able to facilitate, make, and have things here for ourselves to so we can save ourselves money? That's part of the reason y'all know we got these deficits, right? Because of this. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, like but I ain't saying everything he doing. I ain't talking about everything he doing because some of the shit I mean, sorry, some of these things I don't agree with. But but again, to each his own. This is why I say we gotta dig a little bit more, and I know a lot of people don't like to do the politics, but if you're gonna go out here and vote and say that your or believe that your vote matter, or even if you don't believe your vote matter and you're gonna go out here and vote, at least make it work, make it count. You know what I'm saying? Even if we can't as a collective make it count as individuals. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that any one person views may ultimately end all be all align with ours or the focus goal that we trying to achieve, but as an individual, just know what you getting yourself into before you get into it. That's with anything. Anything. You know? But the brothers that go out here and vote and really don't understand politics and don't know politics and just go vote because you know everybody say that you got to vote. So shit, I voted. Or you really don't understand the talking points or the economics or just the overall basis of politics. Period. Don't just go out here and vote. Learn about it. Have someone teach you about it. We talk a lot about reading comprehension and financial literacy and understanding. These things are important, especially for our communities, man. If we expect to do anything and come out of this rut and save each other, you feel, man? I ain't gonna even say save each other. You're expecting to save yourself, you know, and listen to other people, man. Everybody got a voice. We shouldn't be so quick. Even me sometimes. We shouldn't be so quick to shy away and turn other voices down and tell them to shut that. You know what I'm saying? And get on. You know, and also being dismissive. You know, again, what I'm saying, a good friend of mine told me. Again, I'm gonna repeat this again, man. If you don't have the ability um, to have the outcome um, um, be in favor of both parties, you lost. You know, so even if the outcome comes in your favor, you know, even if the outcome is in your favor, you lost. Now, of course, we know we don't want the outcome to just be solely in the opposition's favor. You know what I'm saying? But if we can get it in its favor, that's cool. You automatically know you lost. But even if you win it, you lost because your opposition ain't you know. And I get it. The victors of war tells the spoils. You know, but bully. You know, America's bullies, and we don't want to be bullies, man. As individuals, we don't want to be bullies. Our government, our economy, you know what I'm saying? Our leader of the free world, he already classified as a bully. So we don't want to be bullies to individuals, especially not us in our own communities, man. We got to stop this. We got to stop it. We got to stop it. We need to sit down, man. Go home, read to our kids more, talk to our kids more, see what's going on, encourage them to do other things besides rap, sing, dance, and play football and basketball. We need to encourage them and let them know that they're good people. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing wrong with them being the color that they are. When you see your brothers out there, man, and somebody side eyeing, you may be having a bad day. You ain't got to side eye them back. Somebody step on your shoes, bro. You ain't got to necessarily take that negative approach. You'll be, man, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be okay. I think a lot of times we don't hear that. You know, and if you hear it, you don't realize it, and if you don't realize it, you don't experience it. It's gonna be okay. You know, when people tell you it's gonna be okay, and even if you know inside of yourself it ain't gonna be okay, but you got people supporting you and they steadily telling you it's gonna be okay, and after a while, you know, sometimes because if you ain't thinking about it, it's okay until you let it manifest back up in you, and then whatever that is that's manifesting back up in you makes whatever's going on outside not okay anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, man, I understand it's life. It's hard to deal with certain situations, but guess what? You can't fall down on your knees and stay down on your knees. You got to be able to get back up. And I know that's a cliche ass saying, knock down, get back up, knock down, get back up. But it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. Just like I was speaking to, the being optimistic about our situation. When we come across those people, oh, well, this is gonna happen. Yeah, we know that. Just shut the hell up. Let it happen. You know what I'm saying? We want it to happen this time. We want them to come at us. We want them to come at us from that angle. We want them to use that approach. You know what I'm saying? You know, because if we know what we got going on, all that shit ain't gonna even it's not gonna even matter because we gonna know how to come at it. We gonna know how to swat it down like a fly, how to get it out the way. You know what I'm saying? How to Euro step down the lane and get that bucket. You feel me? But again, that's how it is. Hey man, let me give y'all an update on this game though, man. Let's see what's going on with the Grizzlies and the Warriors. I wanted to watch that too. I didn't even think about that. Let's see what's going on. Halftime, the Warriors 67-55. Oh man, hold on. Ain't Jimmy Buckets over there now? Damn. Hmm. And I've been hearing all this shit about Zach Edey, man. He got 9 rebounds, but he got 5 points. Come on, man. Come on, man. 24 minutes of basketball, bro. You like 7 feet, 7'1", bro. You shot like at least 12 points by now, man. John Morant got 15. Bang got 11. Aldama got 10. Aldama over there playing, showing his. Oh, shit. Scottie Pippen Jr. You know what I'm saying? He got 3 points. Scottie Pippen Jr. Big up to Scottie Pippen Jr., man, over there with 3 points. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, man. Ain't nobody else really. Damn, they got Marvin Bagley the third over there. Why they ain't got him Why they ain't got him active and playing? Hold on, wait a minute. Jackson Jr. got 8 points. He got to step it up. Got to step it up. They got a few, you know what I'm saying? They got a few, you know what I'm saying? They down 12 right now. It's still plenty of time to, get into it and do what they need to do. Let's see what's going on the Lakers, man. Jimmy Butler got buckets. Jimmy Buckets lead scorer got 21. I'll see you over there, Jimmy. Hey, Curry ain't shorthanded. He got 15. Moody got 7. You know what I'm saying? Gary Payton the second got 7. Buddy Yield 2. Looney ain't got no points. Kaminga ain't got no points. What's up with Looney and Kaminga, man? Y'all gotta get out there. Where my boy Green at? Green ain't got no points, but he got 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Out there doing his thing. Jimmy also got 4 rebounds and 4 assists. And Curry got 7 rebounds and 3 assists out there playing. Okay. And what's crazy is looking at these rosters, honestly, by looking at these rosters, I do think well, me personally, I would say that the Grizzlies would have the advantage. But it ain't looking like it, man. Hey, well, if Curry catch fire, and then you got buckets over there, man. Jimmy Buckets. Big ups to my boy L Boogie, man. We used to play the 2K all the time. We used to love to run with the boys. And used to, you know what I'm saying, have a song for everybody and shit. He used to always say, Jimmy Buckets. Hey, man. Ooh, y'all know what it is. Hey, so China freezes Boeing jet sales and trade tit for tat with Trump. See, I don't understand. Like, what is Trump issue with China and these damn tariffs? Like, y'all gotta be able to work something out. So China has ordered its airlines to ditch jet deliveries from Boeing following days back and forth with President from Boeing following days back and forth with President Trump over hikes and tariffs. The president 145% levy. Damn. The president's 145% levy on China goods drove the decision, according to Bloomberg, which first reported the stalemate on Tuesday. As a result, a company stock saw 1.46% drop as of midway. As of midday on New York Stock Exchange. Prior to the tariffs tension, China cut Boeing's delivery by 84% over the past 5 years compared to the sales in the previous 5-year period. The Wall Street Journal reported that the stark decline came after the U.S. manufacturer fleet saw two 737 MAX plane crash occur in 2018 and 2019. Boeing and the White House did not respond to the Hill's request for comment in Paul's transaction. However, Trump did address the matter on True Social. Well, that seemed to be Trump thing, man, that damn True Social. So interestingly, they just re-edged on the big Boeing deal, saying that they will not make possession of fully committed to the aircraft. The president wrote in a Tuesday's post, where he also slammed the nation for being brutal to American farmers. China, like, wow. China, because I don't know. Because I thought we were doing that to our own farmers, but hey, China's leaders have also not publicly commented on the ruptured business exchange, but Bloomberg reported um, they've asked air service providers to freeze the purchases of to freeze the purchase of aircraft related equipment and parts from the U.S. companies. The measure comes as Boeing has doubled down on its promise to fiercely oppose the change in the U.S. trade policy, which it regards as a violation of the World Trade Organization mandates. China imposes a 125% tariff on American goods Friday after Trump issued a 90-day pause on its country specific tariffs Wednesday, except products from China. Amid the tension, China lauded the opening of its fifth China International Consumer Product Expo, in addition to its biannual Canton Fair focused on imports and exports. The success of these events say a lot about the resolve and confidence of all parties in strengthening trade and economic cooperation and resisting uh, unilateralism. Unilateralism. u- Unilateralism. Okay, and protectionism. Foreign Ministries spokesperson Lin Wan said during his Tuesday press briefing. I think I said that right. Unilateralism. Unilateralism. I'm sorry, y'all. Sound like I'm saying it wrong. Um, but I'm saying it right. But anyway, in a word, full of uncertainty, China's will continue to seek joining hands rather than throwing punches, removing barriers, um, rather than erecting walls and promoting connectivity after decoupling. He continued. Its leaders said that they would be open to talks with the U.S. after burgeoning tariffs, but noted that any proposed conversation must include fair gains for both sides. And I agree with that. I agree. All this 145% tariff tax that we got on them, and then 125% tax that they got on us. Listen, that shit is going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like stop it. Like both parties are being, you know what I'm saying? You know, both parties don't want to buzz. Both parties, you know what I'm saying? They ramming heads like bulls, but pause. But you know, we need to fix this. Uh, again, we need to fix this, and it does need to be fair on both party sides. And again, you know, Trump thought it was unfair. This is one of the reasons why he imposed these tariffs. Again, um, whether it was unfair or not, I still think they was bullying tactics, and hopefully it works. I think it's working for some places, but China, due to the fact that they the second largest, say import export for us or with us, um, I don't know. I just think Trump needs to take a better approach. You know, I mean, If they stopping all their Boeing deliveries, like, man, bro, we get a lot of things from China, man. And also, y'all, I've been seeing a lot of electronics. I don't know if you guys have noticed, a lot of electronics have been going up. So if y'all got to get, man, you better get what you're gonna get now for it really get hard. But I've been noticing that a lot of things uh uh things been changing. You know, I see the interview, y'all. They asked Trump. They was asking about another term. And he was like, "Well, I don't know if I can do that, or if I'm going to do that, or if I'm going to make that decision." So then the man was like, "Well, I heard if you do, they're going to get Obama to run against you." And I'm like, "Wow!" So he can't get a third term, and Obama can't get a third term. But if he do get a third term, they're going to let Obama run against. I say, y'all ass is crazy, man. Because it's the thing going on about Trump, man. That Trump can't beat no man in no election. He can only beat women. You know what I'm saying? You know, and listen, man. Stop throwing fuel to the fire, man. We throwing fuel to the fire. You think that man ain't listening and hearing all that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, fuck the American people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I was just saying, man. Trump a motherfucker, man. We just got to be a little bit more leery and aware of what's going on, man, because it's crazy. Hold on, man. We got some squatters that done took over a home. Couple say squatters done took over their home. Wait a minute. If it's your home and it was vacant, I don't know. Let's read. I am livid. This Chicago couple says squatters took over their vacant Southside home and police won't remove them. Here's how to protect yourself and your property from being preyed on. Okay, well, first of all, well, I'm not gonna say that because if you bought your property is vacant, it's your property, and you should be allowed to do with your property as you should, as long as you paying your property taxes and as long as you upkeeping the yard front and back and bushes and things of that nature, and you're keeping it clean while no one's living there. And if you have squatters, man, you should properly board and put those put those gates on the front doors, those gate it's like you know what I'm saying? It's like a gate lock. You know what I'm saying? A whole little whop the bam, one of them great joints over the front door and over the back door and over the basement or the side door. You know what I'm saying? Board up all those windows, cut off all the electricity, cut off everything. But I know a lot of times some people, you know what I'm saying, out here in these streets, man, ain't got nowhere to go. So, they find vacant apartments or vacant buildings or vacant houses. You know what I'm saying? They might break into them and spend the night or maybe even live in them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes. So it'd be like that. But let's get into this article. So a Chicago couple is urging legislators to take action after squatters allegedly moved in their South Side home and refused to leave. Marcia Lee and her husband Carlton Lee never thought they'd be facing off against a family of squatters when they listed their home for sale. Okay, so they put it up for sale. Okay, we have been fighting to get these people to get out our property. Marcia Lee told ABC reporters, "I am livid right now." So I guess these people. So apparently, maybe they was renting this home, and these people were already living in this home, and then once they decided to sell his home, they went to these people to tell these people we were going to sell his home, and they refused to leave because if they didn't leave, they can't sell his home. But again, if their home is up on the market and they got the proper paperwork, I would think that the law would be able to. And again, I'm not saying because I don't want nobody to be put out or whatever the case may be, because a lot of times, man, people don't have, what I'm saying, a decent amount of notice or whatever the case may be. And if y'all are getting rent from these people, they squatters, so they squatters. So again, so squatters mean people just came in. See, I don't know. Let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. But if they did just came in, the police should be able to get them up out of there. I don't be understanding that sometimes. So Marcia discovered the squatters when she came by the home to show it to a prospective buyer. Okay. She, to her surprise, she found a family of three and their dog living inside. Okay, so according to the leads, the woman inside of the home claimed to be the rightful owner, and she showed the police what appeared to be a mortgage document. But when Marcia looked closely, she saw that the document listed an incorrect property PIN number, one that matched the property in Country Club Hills, not the South Side. Uh-oh. Phony documentation. See, and also you got to be weary of these people that come to you and try to do these quick deed things. And I'm not saying that a quick deed isn't a real thing, but a lot of times, man, these people they come and they prey on y'all and they be real tactful about how and they approach about how they get you to sign over your paperwork and get your information and things like that. So, man, do your due diligence, man, before you just sign your name on a piece of paper about a quick deed. Go learn what it is. Go down there to that city council building. Make sure all the numbers match. Make sure the lie, everything. Make sure everything matches. So, when that deed is transferred over into your name, you know what I'm saying, you won't have these type of problems, or these type of problems won't come up. So the documentation is not valid. So she's trespassing on my property, Marcia told ABC7. Despite this, Chicago police said they still couldn't remove the family without a court order, calling it a civil matter. That should be a legal matter. I would think, well, I get it as civil, but that should be a legal matter though, because if they have falsified documents, then that means fraud is being taken place. You know what I'm saying? And that's fraudulent of the government, and not necessarily of the government, of the state. You know what I'm saying? Like, so again, all she got to do is go down to court. But now how you going to get a copy of that piece of paper? Now, if she pulls out this information and says that this is the VIN number, so what should have happened was the police should have got that, and she should have been able to take a picture, and the police should have took a picture and made it and submitted it, or make it admissible to evidence for this young lady when she go down here to the court to file the papers to get them removed from the property. And or if they're selling the property, let's see if we can sell the property to the squatters that we already got. If that paperwork is false, let's see if we can work something out. Or how did you acquire this deed? Who are you paying your money to? You need to it's come on, man. This should be an open and shut quick, like, you know what I'm saying? But of course, they're gonna draw it out. We saw ABC7 team story before. Carden told reporters, "We like your coverage. That's why we. That's why you were the first. We were called. Wow. So they called ABC7 because they like the way they cover stories. So Illinois State Representative LaShawn Ford, who met with the leads at their home, is now pushing legislation that will give property owners more power in situations like these. See, but also, big up to LaShawn Ford, man. He used to have all these little workforces and shit going on out here. I ain't never got a job off of it, but for people that have, big up to LaShawn Ford. But also, not only that, I'm not saying just like kick these people out, but he got to understand now. Now I see now you want to protect these people as well, the leads. But now, LaShawn, you need to meet with this young lady who has this document and ask her where did she get this document from, and if she's paying a mortgage or if she's paying any money into this house. Because if she is, and she can show you that she is doing this or that the family is doing this, that means that they were bamboozled as well. So now we need to have laws protecting the consumer as well when it comes to things like this, and also just making it aware. I don't think there's enough awareness about lender predators and things like that. You're starting to see a little bit more commercials about them coming up, but man, just listen, man. Just take your time, man. Read everything, man. Make sure everything is everything when we buying houses, when we buying cars, or when you spending a decent amount of money, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you can be particular about a drink, if you can be particular about the smoke, or particular about some cigarettes, you can be particular about where you're gonna live and what you're gonna drive in the rest of your life. I'm saying. So, and that's what I don't get a lot of times, man. We particular about the wrong things when we need to be particular about the big picture. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get to it. I know what'll happen for us, y'all. We ain't gonna stay down for too long. We too great, We too great. It's happening across the state, and it puts owner and landlords in a bad position, Ford told ABC. He proposed a bill that would allow police to immediately remove squatters once the rightful owner provides proof of ownership, helping victims like the Lees avoid a lengthy legal battle currently required under the Forcible Entry Act. Now, but again, and I'm not saying that he shouldn't, but again, we need to look into how did this young lady or how did this family of three acquire this property? Because if they acquired this property the way that they thought was a legal way, and again, just because you don't know that don't mean nothing, because you still got to get up out of there if it's their property. But again, we need to figure out and I believe Mr. Ford needs to do a little bit more investigation to find out what's going on with them as well, because maybe they were preyed upon. So I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna work it out. They're gonna get it together. So Ford says his proposed bill is currently being reviewed, but he's received some concerns from homeless advocates. I'm sorry, from homeless advocates who say the rule might increase homelessness in the state. See now, and again, if it increases homelessness in the state, that means guess what? All these damn vacant lots and all these buildings that we have and all this open space. That means y'all need to get some more facilities and open up some more facilities, some more mental care facilities, which I think needs to be done. And I do plan on running for alderman. And when I do, that's going to be one of my main focal points is to put a mental facility here on the south side of Chicago. Also, I want to put a grocery store in my area over here because it's a desert. It's a food desert. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that we don't have in our communities that we're not afforded, and again, I'm not giving my people an excuse to act the way they act. We shouldn't act the way we act. You feel me? So when we get these things and we have these things in place, and like, 'cause I was watching somebody else says how I used to help and do a lot of things for the community and people wouldn't come. Listen, when we get these things, man, and these things are out here for y'all, and y'all always say we ain't got no resources, use these damn things. Go to them. And we put a grocery store in the hood, or we get a grocery store right in our community. Let's take care of this grocery store. Let's watch out for this grocery store. Let's not hang out in front of this grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Let's not sell drugs around this grocery store. Let's keep this. Let's keep it. You know how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like that's mental facility. Let's get out of this. Oh, we shouldn't be going to the doctors and no, and laughing at motherfuckers when they out there acting crazy and retarded. No, if we had a mental facility here on the south side, a lot of these people probably would have somewhere to be housed. But again, to speak to the homelessness, or the people that advocate for homeless people, and again, because I'm one of those people, just like they open up the doors on 115 to put those migrants in, and I'm not trying to be immoral because listen, when people came over here. But shit, most people would say put their ass out on them, let their ass be out in the cold like the rest of the homeless people that's already over here. But the same way you can put them up and open up things like that, we can do that. If you can do that and supply things like that for the immigrants, and I'm not saying we're going to save everyone in the state, well, we can save everyone in the world that's homeless. We probably could if we did a better job. But anyway, we're not going to get off into that. But again, if listen, it's ways to help. It's ways to get things done. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's easier said than done because it's about the money. It's about the politics. It's about is this something that we really want to invest in, or do we really want to help these communities in that way? Especially if we try to keep them down. Like now, we trying to really. I get it, I understand. But again, with our money, let's get some permits together and some black psychiatrists and doctors together and say, look, we want to hire y'all. This is the money that we want to build this facility with, and go get some government funding and let's do it. It's that simple. It don't take nothing but a push. That's it. It don't take nothing for us to get off our ass, come together, man, and put a few dollars together and say, look, bam. Or it don't take nothing for one person to be the front runner, and be like, okay, well, listen, we gonna do this, that, and the third, and have three people. But again, it's easier said than done. Easier said than done. So ABC tried to reach out to the woman living in the home, but she did not return their calls. I wonder why. For homeowners, the cost of squatter situation can be staggering. Not not only are Marcia and Carlton potentially facing thousands in legal fees and property damage, but also risk of losing potential sales in the rental home. And that's true as well because we don't know if them people what they done did inside of that crib. Man, they could have tore that crib up, and now we got to come in and fix the things that y'all done inside of the home. And I don't know why we do these things, man. For the life of me, man, I hate that. You know, a lot of times, man, and especially because I'm in a community where it's mostly houses, but we do have a one building, well, two buildings, one at the end of the block and one at the beginning of the block, and the one at the beginning of the block is like a townhome Section 8 man, and the people that come there, man, they be so fucking destructive. Like for what? You go inside of these cribs, man, they look crazy. Like, how did you even let your crib get like this? And then you see, listen, oh man, you know what? Because then it's gonna make it seem like I'm, man, fuck that. And then you see these women, man, with 4, 5, 6 kids, and there's no man in the crib, and the baby just raggedy, like where they daddies at? Like, why y'all is? Come on, man, we got to do better, men and women. We got to do better. And then we steady having these babies and put them in these messed up conditions, and we want them to thrive, and we want them to be the future. Come on, man, stop that insanity, man. That's insanity, man. Hell, and I know they cognitive and can make choices, decisions, but shit, I want to wild out too. Hell, I got about a mama, daddy, hood, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, then deal. Come on, man. And I ain't saying that's everybody's situation or everybody's experience. I know that. Come on, we know that. We know that. And I know that ain't across the board. But for the ones that's out here doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like, man. And then for the ones that don't, we don't even help the ones that do. It's like, fuck them. And don't get me wrong, I ain't knocking those because I know it's people out here, well, they say, well, we need to start with family first. And why not my family? And if I can institute these things inside of my family, and then when my family go outside, guess what? They got friends and people that they socialize with or that they love or that they do things with. You know, and then if I can teach my family to do these things, you know, when they get outside and in their circles, they gonna, you know, hopefully, potentially, you know, hand that down to their circle, and their circle gonna do the same thing. But it don't always work like that. So while state laws may change in the future, there are steps homeowners can take now to reduce the risk of squatters. Vacant homes are prime targets for squatters. To secure your property, install deadbolts on all the doors, locks on all the windows, outdoor cameras, and motion sensor light can detect squatters and provide evidence for law enforcement. Um, Trusted neighbors can be your eyes when you're not around. When you're not around, ask them to report any suspicious activity, especially if your property is vacant or listed for sale. Um, while the signage may attract buyers, it can also alert potential squatters that the property is unoccupied. Consider digital marketing, or using an agent to coordinate viewings discreetly. Uh, because now you got to sneak people in and out because you don't want motherfuckers to know that you're trying to sell a house and it might be vacant, so they can get in there. So some insurance policies offer limited protection for vandalism or theft in vacant homes, but may be worth looking into. Vacant home insurance is if the property is not occupied. Um, in Illinois, removing a squatter often means going through the civil court system, which can take months until new legislation passes. Owners, owners must file for eviction, and that's crazy. Why am I filing for an eviction for somebody that ain't supposed to be on my property in the first place? Now I can see if you was on my property and I had to evict you, that's one thing. But for someone that ain't got no rights to my property and I got to go through this to evict you, I don't think that's right. And again, that's why they trying to change it, but that should have never been. Anyway, let's keep going. Even when someone entered illegally, this legal gray area favors squatters once they gain access. As the leads, as for the leads, they are not giving up. We want action cards instead. They're hoping that their story leads to real change for other homeowners in similar situations. The road to retirement may seem long. With advisors, you can. What? I'm sorry, I done got off with the reason something else, y'all. But anyway, but yeah, so apparently, like I said, they were squatters. They just broke in, but she had a deed or whatever the case may be. And again, we don't want nobody out there on the street with children. And that's why I say LaShawn Ford. And then by this woman, see now, and then now it looks real suspicious for me. And I'm just gonna say this because now, you know, if this woman came and they saying that they the property owners, and then you got your paperwork saying who you are, you know, why not answer the call? Maybe LaShawn Ford needs to reach out and maybe see what's going on with that situation, like I spoke on earlier, and see maybe they were swindled or bamboozled in some way. And let's see what we can do about that, and maybe change the laws and things on the consumer end as well. Um, but again, man, you know, if you know you legally not supposed to be doing it, get the fuck out them people crib, man. Let them people live. Let them people sell their crib. Um, and again, I believe the state should be responsible. And see, and this is so crazy. I think the state should be responsible for the damages done to any property that squatters is in. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys are allowing. You know, and if I'm calling the police and I'm trying to do the right thing, get about my crib, and I'm showing you the paperwork, I got the paperwork on me. But again, it's a civil matter, so now I got to go to court. Now I got to file an eviction for a person that ain't supposed to be in my crib because they gained access to my crib legally. And that's crazy because now that means I can just go break in the crib that's being built, go break in that crib, turn on the lights, turn on the gas, and live there for as long as I want until somebody realizes I'm there or the owners realize I'm there, and then they're gonna have to evict me. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's insane. But it's the state of Illinois. This is what we live in. Y'all know what it is, man. But man, we done reached our time, man. We done had a good time tonight, man. Reading a few articles, learning a few things, man. Y'all know what it is, man. We in the building, man. Bearded Conversation, man. Make sure y'all tuning in every Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central Time. Every Friday, man. For music, for Bearded Studios, Real MCs Talk. So I'm working on a guest for this Friday. Also, man, don't forget every Saturday, man, from 11 p.m. To 5 p.m. Central. We play music. I've been slacking the past couple of Saturdays. Excuse me, y'all. I've been slacking the past couple of Saturdays. I've been having a lot going on, and this Saturday I got something going on, so I do apologize for that. But we will be maybe resuming next Saturday. I just be trying to get things in order. But again, man, make sure y'all tuning in every Monday through Saturday, man. Usually, man, when we go live about 9 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? Good times, good vibes, good conversation, good music, man. And we do our thing over here on this channel, man, and we all family. So, I'm going to leave y'all like how I came to you, man. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. One last time, let's keep everyone in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. And don't forget about those 5 key components of life, y'all. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration, y'all. And that's where we live and go by here on Bearded Conversation. With that being said, man, if ain't nobody told y'all today, like Roscoe said, if ain't nobody told y'all today that they love you, hey, man, y'all know we love y'all here on Bearded Conversation, man. And with that being said, y'all, hey, all superheroes don't wear capes, but they still need their theme music. So to all my superheroes, all my beautiful people, and all my Beardonians.
Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video,
I'm trying to get a
man.
job.
Thumb up
He
the
don't even
video,
pay.
man.
Hard work and dedication. Ain't no judgment. We just having conversations. Ain't no need for fun. Give you an opinion, and then you do what you want. But we gon' listen. Tell you what you need, not what you want. It's different on the side. Cook and kick and karate. Come and get high, cause everybody here is invited to the party.
I enjoyed everybody tonight, man. I hope y'all enjoyed your boy, man. Hey, big ups to me, man. Hey, Beard Gang is calm, man. Big ups to the channel, man. Bearded Conversation. Big ups to all the fans, followers, viewers, and subscribers, man, that tune in, man. Big ups to all the moderators, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Check us out every Monday through Saturday, man. Y'all know the time. Same black time, same black channel. Talk black to me, y'all.
I might hate it. Hard work and dedication is what you gotta put in. You gotta go with master your craft. It is simple mathematics. Whatever you give is what you get back. Champagne and bubble bath. That is all fantasy. Niggas rather hear where the fuck you been or what it is you gon' be. See, real, no real. And this is not for the motherfucking fake. It ain't a radio station. And no one here hates. See, we give an opinion on what the fuck we heard. I can get annoying and probably get on your nerves. But you gon' be okay. We here to brighten up your day. From the first day of June
to the last day in May. Hey, man, don't forget to check out Dan Soul Food and Bakery, Lynn, Chicago, Pizza, Cafe where grown folks play, the Urban Lust Cafe, the House of Health and Wellness, y'all. Hey, check out those 5 places, man. Let them know Bearded Conversation shit, man. And any melanated businesses out there, man, that want to come on and promote their channel, hit me up. Let me know. Hit more in the description, man, to get my contact info. If anybody want to come up and give a presentation, to do some speaking, and let the people know what they got going on in the community, hey, feel more than free and welcome to come up here, man, and let us know what y'all got going on, man. And y'all know what I always say. Those that fuck with us, fuck with us. Those that don't, fuck with us anyway. Peace and blessings to the chat, man. I love y'all, and we out. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, man, big ups to my residential Dominican from the Dominican Republic, man. My boy, your boy, Cito boy, for this smooth groove on the way out the door. Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, when we meet, may we always meet on a level. Once we're in each other's presence, may we always be humble and plumb. And when we leave each other's presence, may we always part on the square. With that being said, man, peace and blessings to the chat. Peace and blessings to all my moderators, everybody that tuned in, man. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way in and out. Hey, all my people that's on Facebook, man, when y'all watching, please come over here on YouTube, man. Make sure y'all joining us over here on YouTube. And before y'all leave Facebook, man, make sure y'all like and share. Come on over here with us on the channel, man. Hey, we're glad to have everybody, man. Big ups to all my new subscribers, man. I appreciate y'all. Also, before we get up out of here, man, we're trying to get to 1,000 subs. Hey, man, share the content. Let's get to 1,000 subs. Hey, y'all been a little stingy, man. Hey, I know y'all know some ballers, man, and some folks with some money, man. Go share the stream with the folks with the money so they can come in and donate to the super chat. Hey, man. With that being said, man, peace and blessings to everybody, man. Don't forget to tune in to Wild Ass Wednesday. Hopefully, I can get the joke in here tomorrow. Then we can have this conversation. But other than that, man, y'all know what it is, man. Con out.